Hi there, it's Marko Pantovic. I'm strength and conditioning coach and currently PhD candidate at the Faculty of Sport and Physical Education, University of Belgrade. Today I'll take you through the book Athletic Movement Skills, Training for Sports Performance, which is one of the best books I've ever read. The book was published in 2017 and I think that it's a pretty useful book for any strength and conditioning coach as well as for sports scientists. The book consists of 11 chapters, out of which some of them are movement skill development chapter, understanding biomotor abilities, patterns of motor system development, and so on. And in my opinion, the most important, the most interesting chapters are chapter 8, chapter 9 and 10, because they're all about developing certain skills such as running speed, functional strength and so on. And the last chapter is about chapter 11 is about applying these principles in practice. So let's start. Chapter 1 is about is about movement skill development. We have a lot of interesting pictures here and graphs, as you can see. It's about development of certain abilities. It's about human adaptation to the environment, developing of the motor system, and so on. Chapter 2 is even more interesting than the first one. It's about understanding biomotor abilities. It tells us about musculoskeletal system. We have a lot of information about neuromuscular system. Sorry about that. Also about bioenergetic system of human body, and it's some basic things about motor learning and energetic systems in human body. Chapter 3, Patterns of Motor System Development. Very interesting chapter. We have developing youth athletes. We have some things about childhood, about adolescence, late adolescence, early adolescence, and so on. We have now chapter 4, which is about controlling forces, mechanical functions of movement. We have law of inertia, 3 laws of motion. Actually, we have law of inertia, law of acceleration as well, and we have several force velocity curves. Also, we have some rate of force development stuff. And of course we have the third law, which is about action and reaction, law of action and reaction. Chapter 5 is the next one. It's also very interesting, and it's about posture in athletic movement. We have plane of motions as the basic things in this chapter. We have some effective posture stuff here. Again, as I previously said, bunch of nice pictures, and this book is generally very easy to read. Sorry about that. It's very easy to read and to understand, and moreover consists of pretty much useful practical examples and practical applications. We have some joint stuff here, joint positioning and muscle function, muscle recruitment and length tension relationships, one of my favorite topics, and so on. I think in the next chapter, in the chapter 6, which is about evaluating posture, we have few movement assessment tests. As you can see, for instance, this is a inline lunge. We have key principles of assessing posture, dynamic posture assessment, everything in this book is simplified, so we as a coaches, we can understand that in an easy way. We can see some glute activation stuff here, some exercises that activate the glutes. I like I don't know for you, but I really like these black and white pictures, better than the color ones. And that would be all about chapter 6. The next one is designing chapter 7, which is about designing a progressive curriculum. Again, very interesting and useful chapter. We can see some set and rep scheme here. And this is a very interesting topic, which is about game-based approach. It's about specific techniques in certain sports, and it's a very good to read. What I really like about this chapter, there is couple of very nice tables and graphs, so you can easily find what you are looking for. Alright, chapter 8, developing running speed and agility skills. Okay, from chapter 8 to chapter 10 we have some topics covering developing of certain skills and abilities, such as in this case speed and agility, and in the next one there will be functional strength, plyometrics, jumps, and so on. I'll just go quickly through these chapters because there are a lot of pictures and the text below the pictures, so you can easily find it. What I really like in this chapter is that there is some stuff about acceleration and deceleration, how to accelerate, how to decelerate, and also how to start from certain positions and how to stop foot position and stuff like that. This topic is very interesting, at least to me. It's about major running action. It's about how to develop technique in young athletes, in children actually. We have here common errors in children developing a major running action. Very nice pictures. This is what I just mentioned a few minutes ago. It's about starting position when it comes to change of direction. Also, we have here pivot step, crossover step, turning through 180 degrees from a static start, and so on. Chapter 9 is about developing jumping and plyometric skills. A lot of texts about how to land, how to jump, how to do drop jump, how to do depth jump, and so on. I think that there is also a text about shock method, which firstly was invented and implemented by Yuri Verkhoshansky, one of the best Russian scientists, who passed away a few years ago, unfortunately. But he invented shock method, and we could say that plyometric training started with him. That he was the first coach who used the plyometric method of training. Yeah, shock plyometrics. This is what I just talked about. Sorry about that. Okay, once again, sorry about that. I just showed you the text about shock plyometrics. We have two more chapters, out of which the last one is about applying all those principles into practice, which is actually very important, because this book is not just about science. It's about applied science. It's about what we can apply into practice, which is pretty important for strength coaches and strength and conditioning coaches. Also, in this chapter about developing plyometrics, we have some upper body plyometrics. We have some press up and push up stuff as well. And then we come to chapter 10, developing functional strength progressions. We have some stuff about absolute and relative strength. We have introducing function to strength training, which is very important to read, because it kind of proves that functional strength training is not about battle ropes, stability balls, and so on. It's much more, let's say, serious thing than we think it is. We have some principles also explained here. Again, in my personal opinion, very, very interesting read. Yeah, also bunch of exercises explained how they should be done. We have some Olympic lifts here, proper technique. And the last chapter, applying principles in practice. We have some case studies here. Yeah, in this case it's about a case study done in tennis. I really like this. Bunch of practical examples. This is, I think, case study in soccer. Yes, and you see here you have this graph, actually this table, which shows us a basic phase plan, 3 mesocycles. Of course, this is for soccer. All in all, this book is a great read. It's worth buying and reading. I think that every strength and conditioning coach or sports scientist should be in possession of such a great book. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and see you soon with new book reviews. Bye.